Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to do a little short and sweet little video on my first car, and the car that started the channel is my 2004 Honda Accord V6. Car is a 6-speed manual transmission.
Stylish.
Kraftvoll.
Powerful.
Was für ein Auto ist das?
What kind of car is this?
Introducing the all-new 240 horsepower Accord from Honda.
Wie haben Sie das geschafft?
How did they do it?
It's been an awesome car. I got it from my grandpa. My grandpa bought it brand new. The car currently has 99,000 miles. So I decided with the market and everything that it was time to let her go. I think now's a good time, even though it's a nice car. I'll go ahead and talk about some of the stuff I did. So we got some EBC dimpled and slotted rotors with EBC red stuff pads. That was a huge performance upgrade for the braking. And while we're down here, I wanted to mention too that we also installed some Eibach springs that we installed on our factory shocks. Lowered it about an inch. Go ahead and pop the trunk. What part of what made this car so cool was the stereo. We have the JL Audio 500 watt by 4-channel amp. The Rosker Fosgate 500 watt for the sub, and the JL Audio sub 10-inch. So down in here you can see all the sound deadening tape that me and my dad put in to make the car quieter, not rattle. That's the thing that I always thought was kind of junky, is when a car's got the cool stereo but it rattles to death. So you can see we put all these little insulation things around the rods so they wouldn't vibrate, and all the sound deadening tape up in here just to make it from rattling and keeping it sounding clean. And it's an awesome stereo. We're actually going to be keeping that when we sell the car to my buddy, along with the rest of the car. It's just in insanely good condition. It's never been in an accident. It's a 2004 and looks like it just came off the showroom. You can see the interior is super nice. It's got leather steering wheel, leather seats, in really good condition for it being an 04 and 100,000 miles. The back seats, I always joke with my grandpa. We always, think it's funny how nobody has ever really sat in the back seats. The car's really neat. It's got a real good sound to it. But we got the WeatherTech floor mats, just trying to keep everything as nice as possible, easy to clean, since it was my daily for a really long time. Pop this on here. You can see 99,000 miles. And then as you can see, we got full exhaust on there. But yeah, like I said, when we bought it from my grandpa, the car had 30,000 miles on it. And then we did all the mods to it over the years. As you can see, there's a lot of different stuff in here. And it's got the Ingalls engine stiffy. That helps with wheel hop. Then up next we have the Acura J37 intake manifold and throttle body. That was just a complete swap. Bolts right up to the J30. And you can see here, me and my dad modified the AEM V2 cold air intake that we had on here. We like sawed it off right here, bigger elbow, and JB welded the sensor on here, and that way there was the flow wasn't restrictive all the way into the intake, because the factory or the aftermarket AEM V2 cold air intake was slightly smaller than the inlet of the throttle body. And then for the custom intake, I also wanted to mention too that it's kind of cool that the trim here is cut out on the driver's side of the Accord for the intake. So there's the filter right there. Gets a bunch of air, sucks it up into the engine, and it's got a real throaty sound to it. And we had an Ultima battery, and then there's the fuses for the stereo. And then down here we have the RV6 Performance downpipes. The one right there in the front, and then the one in the back. Somewhere back there, can't really see it. And then we had the J pipe on there as well when we had the MagnaFlow, but we ran into a lot of issues with the MagnaFlow, like the welds cracking and stuff. So we ended up switching to the Tessuto exhaust, and we haven't had any issues since. However, with this exhaust, we were unable to use the J pipe, and we had to resort back to the factory J pipe. But I like the sound of it. It's not too loud, but nothing too crazy. You can take those little tips out of the back of the exhaust and make it a little bit louder if you wanted to. I liked it with the tips in just because it was my daily car. Didn't want it to be too loud. But yeah, it's been an awesome car, and it's a shame to let it go, but I think it's time. So I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one.